All right, so it's about 3 after, so we're gonna go ahead and to get started. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And today's theme, or I should say the month of May's theme, has been mental health awareness and how meditation practices, mindfulness practices like we do here, breath practices as well, can be beneficial to help regulate your nervous system, to help bring you out of that sympathetic fight or flight state that we can get triggered into sometimes quite often. And the idea is that when we can be more regulated, we can come down into our parasympathetic state, which is that lovely calming response. That is when we can best regenerate. It's when our minds can take a break from stress, which means that you won't feel burned out as much. You won't feel hyper reactive as much, and a host of other things. And so meditation, mindfulness, sorry, is a great way to do that. Now, there is a breathing technique that I would like to teach you today that we'll do first. And after a few minutes doing that, we'll move into what would be more of a traditional meditation practice. So there are two ways to do this. Actually, they're two technically separate practices, but because of a genetic disposition, you might or might not be able to do one of them, okay? So there's an option for everybody here. So this is a little silly to look at, but I've taught this a bunch. I'm not too self-conscious here. What you're going to do is you're going to fold your tongue into a tube and you'll sip air through your tongue like this. Slowly pulling air in, and then you'll let the tongue rest against the roof of the mouth and you'll exhale silently through the nostrils. So again, that's folding the tongue, pressing the tongue against the roof of the mouth and exhaling slowly. Now, there is a segment of the population that is unable to do that, again, just due to genetic disposition. So if you're not able to do that, what you'll do instead is you'll flip your tongue up and back like that and press the tongue, the bottom of the tongue against the roof of the mouth like that. It's not that attractive to see. And then you'll open your mouth and have your teeth gritted like this. And so my tongue is flipped back, the teeth are gritting, and you'll inhale through the teeth. And then again, you'll press the tongue against the roof of the mouth and exhale quietly through the nose. So again, that's flipping the tongue back. Inhaling through the teeth and exhaling. What this is doing is helping to, of course, regulate the nervous system, but it's also helping to cool you down a little bit. It's a little warm here in the Bay Area today, so this one came to mind for us. So choose which one you want to do. If you're able to do both, I guess you can choose. If you're not able to do both, do the second one. We all can do that one. And yeah, we'll get started. So go ahead and sit comfortably, letting your eyes closed. And before you get started with that breath practice, just tune in to your breath for a moment, aware of the inhale and exhale. Just acknowledging inward that you're about to practice meditation and breath work. And then we'll begin that breath practice, whichever version you're able to do. So bring the tongue into position, exhale or inhaling slowly. Pressing the tongue against the roof of your mouth and exhaling quietly through the nostrils. And then just keep repeating that. Slowly inhaling. Exhale, pressing the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Exhaling quietly through the nostrils. And after several rounds, you might notice the buildup of saliva. You can just swallow that when that happens. We'll continue for just a couple more minutes. Just a few more times. And then go ahead and release the technique with this next exhale, still breathing quietly through the nose and feeling the cold or cooling tongue pressing against the soft palate at the roof of your mouth. You might feel that cooling sensation, feeling like it's permeating into your brain. And noticing where in or on your body that you feel a cooler sensation. Noting that there might be some heat in the body as well, that's okay. But just noticing the cooler regions or areas in or on your body. And breathing with those sensations. Aware of the inhale and aware of the exhale. And do your best to keep the breath as quiet as possible. And so you could also think about relaxing any constriction around your throat, allowing there to be an open airway. Inhale and exhale. And as you keep the breath nice and quiet, become aware of the movement of your abdomen. Inhale, feeling the abdomen expand. Exhale, feeling the abdomen relax. And as you do so, see if you can release any tension in and around your abdomen. Soften the gripping of your belly. your lower back, and the muscles of your pelvis, allowing there to be space in the belly for your breath. And if you're able to, see if you can relax the movement of your rib cage and your chest so that the breath is moving exclusively in your abdomen. Inhale, the belly expands, and exhale, feeling it relax. And as we get deeper into this practice, you may notice your mind wandering, thoughts coming up, feelings coming up. That's okay. Wherever the mind has gone, just bring it back to this soft breath in the belly, this quiet breath to the belly. And then we'll work to release any residual effort here. So become aware of your exhale and notice if there's any residual tendency to push the breath out of your body. And if there is, relax that tendency, allowing the exhale to simply exhale on its own. It's as if the breath is simply falling out of your body. Feeling that effortless exhalation. Become aware of your inhalation and notice if there's any residual effort, any tendency to pull the breath into your body. And if there is, relax that tendency, allowing the inhale to inhale on its own, as if the breath were pouring into your body. Effortless inhale, effortless exhale, the breath breathing itself. You may notice if your mind wanders that the effort in your breath returns. Simply let go of that thought and let go of that effort once again. And keeping the breath effortless. Allow there to be a momentary pause after your exhalation. Just long enough to realize the breath has stopped before the breath pours back into your body. Just a momentary suspension of the breath where everything becomes still. Allowing there to be that momentary pause after exhalation. And in that pause, let go of any thought in your mind. It's as if in that space between breaths that the mind is simply dissolving. It doesn't matter what the thought is. Let it go. Even if the thoughts start right back up when you start breathing again, let it go again. And that pause after exhale, it's as if the mind is being wiped blank for that moment. Dissolving the mind in the space between breaths. And then allow yourself to let go of any effort to keep the breath this way, any effort to control the mind. Let it all go. And just be. Just letting yourself be. Lightly aware of how the breath changes or stays the same. Lightly aware of where your mind goes or doesn't go when it's not tethered by control. Not judging anything you witness in this moment. You're just being. And as you're in this state of being, knowing that this is your default state, when you're able to let go of control, when you're able to let go of effort, that this is the space you can occupy, this calm. It might feel spacious or easy. Even if you find that you're struggling to maintain it, that's okay. Still knowing that that calm default is there for you. And that it truly is safe in this practice of meditation to let go of effort, of control. And the beauty of going to a space so effortless is that when you re-engage with the world, you can more easily pick where your energy or your effort goes. And so allow some intentional effort to go back to your breath. Feel the breath coming in and out. And allow it to be just slightly more expansive than your resting state. Pulling in just a bit more than before, letting go a bit more than before. And just slowly let the capacity of your breath grow. Each breath becoming a little bit bigger, a little bit broader. And in doing so, it's as if the mind is dropping back into the body, back into this moment, this awareness of you and the world around you. And then when you're ready, allow yourself to take an even deeper, fuller breath. And bring the palms together in front of you and rub them together, creating heat between them. And bring the warm palms over your eyes for a moment. And brushing over the top of your head, down your neck, bringing yourself gently back to the space around you.